The video begins by showing a mysterious man performing a magic amidst the ancient tomb over a young man covered with black robe, who seemed to be dead. The thing so strange was their face seems to be identical. Soon night out and day in, a little dragon named Dong Dong was shown being chased by two hunters, who were trying to capture him for a good sale as he is a unique creature of the dragon family. Dong Dong simultaneously struggled to escape from those two hunters but fell over the barrier of the ancient tombs that was built on the ground below. Unlucky, the two hunters could not hunt him down. Meanwhile, as Dong Dong was still worried and confused, the cloud gathered and the weather changed. The two hunters immediately ran away, seeing the changing weather and the darkness covering the sun. On the other hand, the lightning strikes the barrier, causing it to break and pass through it, which directly hit a specific tomb on the ground below. As soon as the barrier broke, Dong Dong fell on the ground. Worried and frightened, the little dragon Dong Dong ventures the ancient tomb slowly. While venturing, he stumbles on a grave. The moment he steps on the grave, a hand came out of the tomb. Dong Dong is thus thrown away by the force of the hand. Soon, slowly the full body appeared, who seems to be a young man whom we have seen previously as dead body covered with black robe. This young man's name is said to be Chen Nan. Before he could understand what's going on around him, suddenly he gets pain in his head, remembering his previous life. Not long after, the darkness covering the sun moves away and he got his consciousness. Hence, he observed the graves around him and finds out that all the tombs were of gods and demons who have died. Shocked, he could not understand the reason behind the graves and his resurrection. As he looks around and sees Dong Dong, who is trying to run away silently, he catch him and hang over the fire to roast and eat. But Dong Dong begged for mercy. Chen Nan was surprised to see Dong Dong's ability to speak. He is even more shocked at the fact that he can understand it clearly. Chen Nan then asked Dong Dong about the present world. Dong Dong seems to know a little about it. He tells him what he knows. Soon they became friends and agrees to venture the world together. Chen Nan, to solve the mysteries of his resurrection and the ancient tomb. Dong Dong, to eat all around HS journey. Dong Dong jumps out of happiness upon hearing that Chen Nan agrees to take him to ventures the world, suddenly slip away. Chen Nan tries to catch out but both fell down a cliff, directly hitting the young female, who is bathing on the exact lake. They were immediately kicked out. She came out of the pond and gave order to her servants to take Chen Nan down, calling him a thief. The two servants Huaqian and Xu attacks him, but he dodges their attacks easily and cleverly frees the strong fatty guy, Huaqian, with the ice magic of the female servant Xia. After a while, the young girl orders her servant to stop the fight. She tells them that she would fight him by herself. The female servant takes her order, addressing her princess. Chen Nan then came to know that the young girl is a princess and feels the situation to be more interesting. But before they start the fight, the scene shifts to a scenario where a carriage is passing through a narrow way between the rocky mountains. Inside the carriage there's a young man sipping a cup of tea. Meanwhile, a servant on a horse is riding behind his carriage, informs him about the success of tracing the Princess Chuyu's group. The young man nodded. He then opened a box which is placed just nearby him. Inside the box there seems to be two strange red pills. At the same time he orders a strange person to carry out a task. Thereafter, the scene shifts back to a scenario where our protagonist, Chen Nan, is being hung on a wood. There he seems to be unconsciously recalling his flashback, in which he was in a fight with the Princess Chuyu, who was a second-level martial practitioner. Princess Chuyu picks the icy ball where the little dragon Dong Dong is freezed and kicked it towards Chen Nan. Chen Nan tries to block the attack but could not block it, as he is only in a first-level martial practitioner. He was immediately blown away by the force of her power. Good thing is that he was not killed, instead he was kept hung on a wood. Soon he got his consciousness. He then thought about planning his escape. While in front of him the strong fatty guy Huaqian is sneezing out of coldness. The female servant named Xia seems to be kind. She brought him a freshly brewed ginger soup and tells him to drink. He immediately drinks the soup at one go happily. At that moment, Xia tries to read the map but could not understand how to extract the words written in the map. Behind them, Chen Nan is surprised to see the ancient map of an immortal elixir called Flaming Immortal Lotus. While Xia and Huaqian agrees to anyhow find the elixir, Princess Chuyu comes out of her tent. Seeing her coming, Chen Nan pretends to be unconscious, but pity on his acting. He was immediately deduced out by the Princess Chuyu as to be only acting. She then scared him with her knives, telling him that she would torture him to death as she still thought him to be a thief. But Chen Nan is not a fool. In order to stay alive, he tells Princess Chuyu that he can help them to find the elixir as he can read the ancient map of the Flaming Immortal Lotus. Hearing that, Princess Chuyu released him and took him as her slave. Chen Nan does not want to become a slave, but seeing no other way to escape, reluctantly has to accompany her for the time being. As they depart for the elixir, 2 mushroom spies came out of the statue made from chaff. After a long journey, finally they found the mountain where the elixir was to be found. On reaching at the destination, Chen Nan tries to get separated but is stopped by Princess Chuyu telling him that a slave for a day is a slave for a lifetime. Chen Nan has no other way as his power is far so less at that point of time. Thereby Princess Chuyu carries a sacred box with a treasure inside, and walks away, which makes Chen Nan to feel the aura of that treasure inside the box to be somehow familiar to him. The scene then shifts to the young man who is a prince of another state. He got an information from his mushroom spies that the treasure was with Princess Chuyu. Just at that moment a servant came and informed him about the trap set up on the road after the exit from the mountain. Then once again the scene shifts back to Chen Nan's group. They finally reached the place where the elixir Flaming Immortal Lotus blooms. After a long search they finally found the elixir. As soon as they found the elixir, Princess Chuyu immediately jumped down the cliff to fetch the elixir. Not long after, Chen Nan realized that there is a guardian beast of that elixir. He also jumped down to warn Princess Chuyu, but while he was warning her, his hand touched the elixir, which is immediately plucked off. But before it fell down, Chen Nan grabbed it. As expected, a huge giant snake is shown up, which is a guardian beast of that elixir. The giant snakes attack them, but they somehow dodge its attack. Fortunately, at the same time, Huaqian immediately pulled them to the top while Xia fixed the Flaming Immortal Lotus on the rock by throwing a knife. Chen Nan, without any delay, firstly hides himself behind the rocks where Dong Dong also was hiding. Huaqian and Xia fights with the snake but could not do it any harm. So they planned to spread over and work separately, where Huaqian and Xia would fight the snake and Princess Chuyu would fetch the elixir Flaming Immortal Lotus. As per the plan, Huaqian and Xia battle with the snake, but the snake with little effort defeated them. Hearing them screaming, Princess Chuyu left her plan to fetch the elixir and goes to help them. She too battled with the giant snake but could not defeat it. Upon getting harder and harder to defeat the snake after so many fights, she then takes out the sacred box. Seeing her taking out the treasure, to use for fighting the snake, Huaqian quickly attacked the giant snake with full force. Their power force is blasted and Huaqian is thrown back, on which he lost his right hand. These were all seen by Chen Nan, who was hiding behind the rocks of the mountain, waiting for the right moment to attack the giant snake. No option left. Princess Chuyu takes out the godly weapon. Xia shouted at her not to use it, as it will backlash to those person whose power level is below 5th level of martial practitioner. Indeed, Princess Chuyu's power level is only 2nd level of martial practitioner. On the other side, Chen Nan was surprised to see the godly weapon and says that its name is Huai Bao. Soon, Princess Chuyu shoots an arrow formed by her power towards the giant snake. Unexpectedly, the giant snake immediately dodged the arrow, but as the snake was almost to attack Princess Chuyu, the arrow comes back and pierced through the snake's body. The snake then directly fell into the lava. Meanwhile, as they feel relaxed, the giant snake once again comes out of the lava more fierce and angry. This time, Princess Chuyu tries her best to form an arrow with her power to shoot, but she has no more enough power left within her. At that time Chen Nan arrives and accompany her to form an arrow, to shoot the giant snake. As he touched the bow, he immediately recalled his past where his father gave him the Huai Bao as a legacy upon winning a match in an fighting arena. On which his father told him that the bow is made from the holy tree's root which was present from the beginning of the world. Soon at the present, They shoot the arrow which instantly killed the giant snake. Far away from the mountain the young prince could also felt the aura and suspiciously murmured about the bow's power. While on the mountain the princess group were in shocked, because unlike Princess Chu, Chen Nan power is far less and he is only a first-level martial practitioner, but the bow did not give any backlash on him, whereas Princess Chu was to face the backlash of the bow on being more powerful than Chen Nan. On the other hand, Chen Nan was so happy to get his bow back. He immediately get out of their sight. Without further delay he and Dong Dong walks happily through the road, talking about many things between them. This is how the part 1 ends.